Here's Abby Shapiro, Ben Shapiro's sister, talking about how being conservative in America matters. What annoys me the most about Ben and Abby Shapiro is that they were born rich. Their parents are like in some industry. I don't remember if it's like film or something like that. Their parents are rich. Like, Abby is like a classically trained, oh god, is it an opera singer or something? Or a cellist? I don't remember. Like a rich people hobby, you know? The kind of thing that you learn when you're rich and mommy and daddy have a ton of money to pay for you to go do things. And they just have no idea. I genuinely think Ben and Abby Shapiro think they grew up with normal lives. I don't think they realize that they are rich. And that's really messed up. So let's see what she has to say about this.
Why do we believe in
the like to dislike ratio? Yeah. Oh, here's the video link, by the way, in case you want to voice your opinion via like or dislike. Once we watch the video, of course.
Conservatism? Why do we stand up for the American way? Why do we espouse traditional values, even while those around us fight to dispute the most fundamental truths? Why? Because being conservative matters. Being conservative today is not an easy path. You will be faced with every kind of hatred, from minor insults of your intelligence to the doxing of your private information to rioting and violence. You will be labeled a million different things.
Why won't people let us allow cops to shoot minorities anymore? Wow.
That have nothing to do with your true beliefs. You will be afraid of being an outcast in a culture that doesn't want to hear about morality or truth. But
wipes tears with money.
America needs conservatives. America needs conservatives to keep alive what this country stands for, what this country was built on, and the principles that make this country great, even as the mob and the elites will try to tell you that America has no right to exist at all. America needs conservatives to fight for freedom.
Fight for freedom. As long as you're a rich white person, you'll have the most freedom.
Not as defined by shallow and sinister modern theories, but as
shallow and sinister modern theories? Like not shooting minorities? Is that a shallow modern theory? Maybe be more specific. If you're so proud of being a conservative, why don't you say what you mean instead of dog whistling? Jesus.
Developed by our heritage. America needs conservatives to keep the record straight on our history, to stop those who would rewrite it for their own.
I get upset when people rightfully call Christopher Columbus a rapist and a slaver, so I'm gonna allow right-wingers to take over the government. Hooray!
Own benefit. America needs conservatives to fight for everyone's right to free speech. Because there is no truth when one party can declare its propaganda as fact. America needs conservatives.
No one's fighting your right to free speech, Abby, you stupid bitch. Do you know what your First Amendment right is? No one has been forced by the government to stop speaking.
To return us to the idea of family so that this nation...
Abby, no one's saying you can't have a family. It seems to me that when you say restoring the idea of family, what you mean is, I don't like that families don't look like what I want them to look like. Look at all these interracial marriages. Look at these marriages between same-sex couples. Me no likey. Say what you mean, you coward.
Nation's children have the privilege of a mother and father within the home. America...
Oh, so we should stop the war on drugs then and stop for-profit prisons? Because that would help, right? Yeah, I'm obnoxiously eating chips during this because I have so little respect for Abby. My greasy liberal face. Sour cream and onion is delicious.
America needs conservatives to preach the American dream as a beacon of hope.
Just be like me. get a loan from your parents to become a classically trained cellist or whatever. Why don't you just pull yourself up by your bootstraps? And by bootstraps, I mean a small loan of $1 million from your parents. Hey, libs, why don't you just have your parents pay for you to go to college? Haha, silly. Rich people don't understand that poor people exist or that most people can't afford the things they afford. They really don't get it, do they? It's like to them, poor people are this thing in movies. They don't realize that, like, the vast majority of people... And this is a thing, too, I've noticed, like, in movies and TV shows that are obviously written by people who probably have family who's already in the industry, so they probably grew up pretty well off. But look at, like, a movie like, I don't know, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. This is just one example, but there's tons of examples in this. There are tons of movies and TV shows where a thing will happen, and then because of that unexpected thing, the main character will go on some big expensive trip. But there's no scene that explains how they pay for it or anything. So in, like, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the main character's girlfriend breaks up with him. And then to make himself feel better, he pays to go to Hawaii, just, like, at a whim. Like, it's like the writer doesn't realize that 90% of the American public cannot just decide one day, like, oh, I'm sad, I better go on a Hawaiian vacation to make myself feel better. So they don't feel the need to explain it, you know? It's just mind-boggling. And this happens in all sorts of media, you know?
Available to all who would reach for it. Conservatism is vital to America. Building on our past, repairing our present, and ensuring our future. Being conservative matters. And in the absence of a real-life Superman, we are the warriors of truth, justice,
oh, fucking gross. Superman, of all people, would not agree with conservatives, especially not modern-day conservatism, you sick lady. My God. Superman's an illegal alien, Abby. Do you know that? Do you know that Superman is a literal illegal alien who was brought in by people who adopted him? Superman would be considered a horrid leftist. Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
In the American way. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe to my channel and...
Oh, what are the comments on this like? You are not oppressed. Yup. How many straw mans? It's a whole scarecrow. It's the dramatic music for me. Chooses stop seeing this ad. Chooses repetitive. YouTube. J. Jonah Jameson laugh. Gross. Classically, Abby is gross.